In today's video we will be going over the RetailZ POS software demo, so you can see all the features. This is going to be the main screen, and as you can see we have the sign in, clock in, break, resume and clock out options. If you want to update your version down here where it says version 2.05 you can just click on it. A shopping cart will load and it will look for an update. Ours says your application is already updated, so we will just click on OK for now. Let's go ahead and log in. Here we have the cash register, time card, item management, inventory management, customer and loyalty program, reports, and the back office. If we wanted to log out quickly we could just click down here where it says username and we could sign out of the RetailZ POS. Let's go ahead and go into the cash register. Here's where you would do all of your sales and everything. In the top left we have our home button, if we wanted to go back to the main screen. Next to that is the customers button, where we can add a customer to the sale so the system can keep track. Next to that is the switch cashier button, to quickly switch to another cashier in the store. This is the tobacco and alcohol 21 years of age date. So if someone was born between December 18, 2002 they would be under 21. Over on this side is your current time and date. In the middle we have an option that says RetailZ POS. If you click that, you can quickly sync your sales and promotions, employees, items and refresh your groups. If we click this button, it will go from a standard up and down menu in the middle, to a top, left and right menu. I will click it and show you. This next button will switch your items to the left side and your sale stuff to the right side. The lock button will lock the system and you will have to enter your code to re-enter. And the last button is for technical support, if you need it. However, we recommend always contacting your merchant processor first. Now, let's go ahead and select an item. We are just going to select the limes here. If you wanted to delete the lime, if it was the wrong item, you could either hit the delete button right there and it'll ask you if you're sure if you want to delete it. Or you can just swipe to the right and it will delete it. If you wanted to add an item that wasn't in one of these lists, you would go ahead and either search for it up here, or you could scan the UPC. Our next option will be to click this little red icon with the 4 white squares. This allows us to add a quick item, do card reconciliation, card settlement, price level, no sale, or tax. I am going to type in lime so you can see, it'll show all your current items with lime in it. This was a horrible example, considering there's so many of them, but you get the point. At the bottom we have our subtotal, discount if we gave them 1, tax, grand total, if they're paying with a card total versus cash total. If we click on regular grand total or card grand total, we can cash the customer out. We can also just click on the card button if they are paying with a card. If they gave you the exact amount you could just click on that button. Typically they probably gave you a 5, so we would just click on the $5 button. And you can see it shows the change that is due. Next, at the bottom left you can see we could print the last transaction or do a reprint of a previous sale, if we needed to give a copy of a receipt. The discount button will bring up our discount options. You can see you can do it by percentage or by an amount. If you wanted $1 off instead of like a percent. Standard discount is if you had your standard discounts in the system, we don't have any saved currently. And then your multi-item discount would be where you can select which items you want to discount. There is a price check button if you wanted to check an item's price. Cash drawer is to open the drawer. Age check would be a more detailed option than the one up top. You can scan a license with this feature. You can put an order on hold using the hold button. Then if you had an order on hold, you would just click on the resume button to pull the order back up. Next is the void button, which just voids the sale. Return is if someone comes in and wants a refund. You can pick the last one, hit this arrow button to return it. Here's the limes. You would just select it and hit return. Next, we can change the price of an item if we needed to. To end shift, we just click on End Shift. Now we will be going over the time card section. Here, we have all our employees that have been added in the system and who's clocked in. We can clock out, go on break, or end our shift. Now let's go over item management. In here you can see we have 14,000 items. If you wanted to clone an item, you can just click on it and then click on clone, and it will copy exactly everything that was in the item. We can edit the item by clicking on Edit. Delete will delete the item. And Add lets us add an item, and as you can see we have a lot of options. The first few options let you put it in a department, category, or subcategory. You can also quickly add a department, category, or subcategory by clicking on the plus sign, if you didn't have one. We can click on non-taxable if an item doesn't get taxed, or we can click on the regular 7% if we wanted the item to have tax. Next you can make the item have an open price, open quantity, buy as a case, or if it's an online item. You can then put in your buy down amount, markup, select your API if you're using e-commerce. After that you can do your retail price, how much quantity is on hand, and you can click the red edit icon if you need to edit the quantity and add a reorder quantity so the system can notify you when you need to place a reorder. The next 7 options you can click which ones apply to your item. If you want to attach a certain price level or discount to an item, you can do that under the price level section. Under price we just click on the plus sign and add our price of our eye. And finally under UPC we click on the plus sign and type in our UPC number, or we can click on auto generate and the software will automatically generate a UPC for us. You can upload an image by clicking here, but right now it's not working until the next update. That's everything in the general section. Next we will be going over the split pack option. Here you can see you can add a new split pack, add from an existing list and remove a split pack. Next is your tag along feature and bottle deposit if this pertains to you. Then we have your distributors where it lets you select the distributor for the item you're adding. And last we have the item group if the item you're adding is a part of a group. When you are all done, make sure to click Save in the top right. Here we can search by the default UPC, or we can click this little black arrow and choose how we would like to search for an item in our inventory. Next we will be going over the inventory management section. You can see here this is where our inventory dashboard is. It has all our monthly purchase by distributors, our monthly stock value, the current stock value, number of items, total stock, total cost value and the total price value of our entire inventory. We can click on Purchase Bill if we want to add a purchase bill to our system. We can also process an electronic digital invoice by clicking on Process EDI. I'm going to click on Add New so you can see what the purchase bill looks like. As you can see, you would add your distributor information, the invoice number, bill date, and delivery date. It can keep track of your item history you have with each distributor. You can also search by item using these options. Here you will input all your information. This will be for your current markup and current margins. When you are done, make sure to hit Save down at the bottom right. Next is your inventory adjustment. You can adjust your inventory as need be. This is what it looks like. You can also do store-to-store transfers. Last is distributors. This is where you will add in all your distributors in your system. This is what it will look like. Next is the Customer and Loyalty Program feature. You can search for a customer up top using name, phone number, or card number, if you have one on file. You can also filter out your customers from active to inactive. To make a customer inactive, simply click this status button and it will make them inactive. The Document tab is to view any documents you have uploaded on the backend to a certain customer. For example, if they had tax exemption documents, you can upload it and attach it to the customer. The Edit Customer button lets you edit all their personal details, loyalty numbers, and price level. The Trash Can logo lets you delete the customer out of your system. Let's add a new customer by clicking on the 4 white squares. As you can see, we have the Customer tab, which is what we are currently on, but we are going to go over the Add Customer option. This is where you will add all of the new customers' information. Here where it says Scan License, you can scan their driver's license using your barcode scanner that came with your system. The Customer Loyalty Numbers section is where you will add a credit limit if they are a house account. You can add a card number on file here. And if they are tax exempt, you can click here and then enter their tax exemption number. This is once again the price level section, if you want to tie a certain price level to a customer. Next we will go over the customer settlement feature. Here we can settle any debts that are owed to us. We just type in the name of the customer and select the correct one. Once we do that, it will auto-populate their information and we can see all their unsettled activity. We can also see all their settled activity by clicking on Settle. You can then click on Make Payment to apply a payment to the unsettled debt. The dashboard feature isn't in just yet and is coming soon. Customer groups will show you all your customer groups that you have created. I don't have any right now, but they will appear here. You can add one by clicking on Add Customer Group. Let's go into our report section. Here you can see it has a lot of reporting. I don't have anything in here right now, but it will show you your gross received, total tax, net revenue, total credit card amount, total cash amount, total EBT amount, total discount amount, total abort amount, and total void amount. It also has your entire sales summary, tender payment summary, statistics summary, tax details, lottery summary if you sell lotto, cash deposits, sales by department, credit card breakdown, the total number of sales, and finally, the shift details. If we click on the 4 white squares at the top, we can pick some other reporting options. Once you have selected the one you want to view, just click on it and it will go to that report. You can also click on the printer button if you want to print any of these reports. The last feature we have today is the back office. Typically you will do this on your computer cause it is much easier and it mirrors the website. But it has the option if you want to do it this way. This is your dashboard and it will show you your sales for that day and the day before, the voids of that day and the day before, the deletes of that day and the day before, and the returns of that day and the day before. It also shows you your weekly sales chart, monthly tender-wise, your top 10 monthly selling items, your daily hourly sales report, and your monthly sales chart. Next we have the Manage Employees section, and that simply just lets you add employees and choose which role you want to assign them. I will show you what the Add Employee option looks like. This is where you can add the roles you want for your employees. Now we will be going over the Products section. As you can see, there is Department, Category, Subcategory, Items, Item Group, Item Size, Item History, Scan Data Brand, and Quick Add Item. If you wanted to add any one of these, you would just click on Add up at the top. Next is Transactions. Here you will see all your transactions that occurred for the week. You can change that up at the top by clicking on the calendar icon. It lets you choose today, yesterday, last 7 days, last 30 days, this month, last month, and a custom range. The filter icon will let you filter your orders by an amount, tender, product, or status. Next we have Inventory. We already went over that on the front end, so we will skip it for now, but you can see you're able to do it easier on the back end as well if you would like. Next is Inventory Reports. You can view them by distributors, stock, stock movement, and reorder level. Next is the Customer section. We also have already went over this, so we will skip it for now, but this is what it looks like on the back end. Next is Reports. Once again, we have gone over all of this, and this is what it looks like on the back end. Next is the Import-Export section. You can import or export data here once you enter your guard PIN. Next is Bulk Changes. That is where you will do all your bulk changes to pricing or inventory. Scan Data we are going to skip for now because that is going to be a whole other video. Last we have Settings. This is where you can add your different taxes. Like if you had meals tax, state tax, and county tax, you can make different ones. General Settings is for your time zone, text format, dark mode, age check settings, and dual pricing if you offer that. Tender is for all the different tender types you accept as payment. You can also add a tender type such as gift cards if you wanted to. Price level is where you would make a certain price level, and once it's in the system you could attach it to customers. And barcode settings is where you could change your barcode settings if you needed different prefixes or wanted to remove a digit. That is all for the front-end demo. I will show you these last little icons over here on our right. The blue one is for TeamViewer and the red one is for AnyDesk. They are both remote software that allows people to be able to access your POS system if you allow them, so that they are able to help you with any problems that you may have. You can change your language from English to Spanish up top. And then the settings icon will launch the settings of the front end. As you can see, under General Settings, you have your barcode settings, regular settings, register settings, and item management settings. This is your database sync, where if need be you can sync all your files. This is typically if you are setting up another POS and want it to have everything the other system has. Next is your hardware setup, and that is for your printer, credit card terminal, label printer, and camera if you have one. Last is other setup, and that is just for your customer monitor and what you want or don't want them to see. And then of course if you click on the big R, that will let you put whatever logo you want your customers to see. Thank you for watching, and as always if you have any questions or comments, please comment below and I will answer any questions.